Mr. Wise Man speaking. Now, in our previous video, we did the arithmetic series or pattern and the quadratic pattern. Okay. Now we continue with the geometric pattern because these are the three patterns that they test you. And paper one, when it comes to paper one, the first three questions, those are the questions where we score most of our marks because it's things that is very simple and easy. Okay, now I know if they give you something like this, okay, if they give you something like this, by looking at it you'll be wondering by looking at it you'll be wondering, no, this one here, I do not know what is it and what is it for. Now let me tell you something. When they give you something like this, it's very easy for you to identify everything. Okay, now let's start with the question. What did the question say? For which values of x will the series converge? Okay, now this type of question, once they just ask you, all you have to know, your r must be in between, okay, 1 and in between -1. Okay, that you must know. Now they give us something like this. So this is term 1, that is term 1, that is term 2, and then this is term 3. Okay, now when they do that, okay, when they do that, now let's first find our r equals to, okay, remember we said r equals to find r, we have to take term 2 divided by term 1, or we can say term 3 now divided by term 2. Remember, in arithmetic it was minus, but now when it comes to geometric it becomes division. Okay, so this now it is something as 2 open brackets. Remember, this is being written twice, so let's write it individually. Okay, when we do that, we're writing it individually. You will see why, because it's very important to have everything clear. Okay, so that whatever you are doing, you understand. Then at the bottom there it's x plus 1. Now since multiplication is happening at the top, therefore we can cancel. Okay, our r becomes 2x plus 1. Okay, 2x plus 1 inside the brackets. Okay, now when we come here, so instead of us writing r, we're gonna replace it with that. We're gonna replace it as 2 open brackets x plus 1. Okay, x plus 1. Now once we do that, okay, once we do that, now we start for solving for x. Okay, now how we're going to solve for x? The first thing, since here multiplication is happening, in order for us to get rid of these 2, we have to divide both sides. Okay, then we're gonna have negative half this side here, my all over x plus 1. Okay, x plus 1 less than half. Okay, now once we have established that, we can take this one that side, okay, this one to the other side. So here it will be now -1 all over 2 minus 1, while this will be half minus 1. Okay, half minus 1. Then our final answer becomes -3 over 2 less than x equal less than, okay, let's erase this thing at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to have something like -half. Okay, now once we have that, they tell us what if x equals to -3 over 4, determine the first term. So all you're doing, you're taking -3 over 4, replacing it in the equation, plus 1. That's when they deals with pulling our calculator. So -3 over 4 plus 1 gives us 1 over 4. So this gives us an answer of 1 over 4. Now when it comes to this, write the series in the stigma notation. Now in order for us to write it in the sigma notation, okay. In order for us to write it in the sigma notation, so this is what we have to do. If we want to write it in the sigma notation, we have to first find the formula, okay. The formula is equal to Tn equals to A R n minus 1, okay. That's the formula. Okay, we have to establish this. Remember, our first term is 1 over 4, okay. Now since our first term is 1 over 4, our r, we have established it was this. So let's open up our calculator so that we can find our r. We said our r is 2, open bracket, 1 over 4. Why am I saying 1 over 4? What was x? Negative 3 over 4 plus 1, close bracket, so half. So our r is half, okay. Our r equals to half. Now once we have established that, to write it in sigma, most of the time I call it sigma notation, okay. Sigma notation. So sigma notation is this, okay. Sigma notation, we always start with 1, okay. If as we are writing, we always start with 1. Now remember, the question is say infinite, okay. Infinite, so it's talking about infinity, okay. This is the sign we use for infinity. And then we have established that our a was 1 over 4. Our r, we established that it was half, okay. It was half. Then n minus 1, okay. N minus 1, okay. Now once we have write it in sigma notation, okay, the last one they say calculate the sum of infinity. Now to calculate the sum of infinity, okay, the sum of infinity, all you need, it is to calculate the sum of infinity. So to find the sum of infinity, because they say calculate. Now to calculate the sum of infinity, because they say to calculate the sum of infinity, okay, we have to do, we have to say a all over 1 minus r, okay. 1 minus r. Now once we have established that, okay, all we have to do, our a, we establish it was 1 over 4. So I'm gonna continue here. 1 over 4 divided by 1 minus, and then our r, we said it was half, okay. Put this in the calculator. Let's see our answer, okay. Bring this like this, okay. So 1 over 4, then 1 minus half, which eventually gives us half, okay. So our final answer is half, the sum to infinity. Now that you have the knowledge that you require, it is time to go and shock your paper. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this video. See you in our next video. Thank you.